In KvK Season 2, there's a weird Souls Reborn bundle that lets you literally get your troops back from your Hall of Heroes. That's right, in KvK Season 2, the Relentless Warriors, you can buy a bundle to get back troops, and I'm going to talk about whether or not it's worth it. Hello, my friends, and welcome back. I'm Chisgule Gaming, and in this video, I'm going to break down exactly how this works and whether or not it's worth it to buy the bundle that gives you your troops back. Now, offhand, this is a little bit weird because getting your troops back, it's nice and all, but it doesn't give you points toward Mightiest Governor or Zenith of Power, which are things that are really nice to have, troops that you can train to go get value from. But that means that you're saving on resources and you're saving on speed ups. How much are you saving? For every one of these tickets that you can get from buying a bundle, and I'm going to talk about that in a second, you get 2,000 troops back. Now, I had an embarrassingly low number of troops die at my KvK, and that is because on my main account, I had over 11.5 million troops die, and on my farm account, with that one, I had 8 million troops die. So I was in 2 KvKs at the same time. It was a bad situation. So I have very few dead troops on this particular account, but I can still show you that up top, I have a grand total of 30% of troops that are going to be returned, just outright. And there's an additional 10% for which, if I buy or gift these tickets to other people, or they're gifted to me, I could get back some number of these troops. So you can see that this 10% number is 5,884 of my total number of dead troops. When I tap the 3 dots here, the ellipsis, it shows me, actually, I'm not getting any of that back yet, so don't be deceived. You get none of that back until you start spending these tickets. Now, if I spend one of these tickets, which I've not done yet, boom, I get 2,000 back. And what am I getting? Let's find out. All archers, T5 archers. Now, obviously, if you have higher tier troops, this is better. I don't know if it prioritizes higher tier troops or if it does it randomly. I hope that it prioritizes them. If I smash this again, boom, there we go. I get more back. Now, there's a bunch of rules around how this works if you were to switch alliances. So I'm going to stay in the alliance I'm in through the end of KvK, and there's really only about half an hour left, but let me just explain this really quickly. You see, I told you already, in addition to the 30% of troops returned, you have these troop return scrolls where you can get an upwards of 10% more. The troop return scrolls can be used for yourself or to help an ally from the same alliance. If a governor tries to help another governor with a troop return scroll who leaves the alliance before the collected troops are returned, the scrolls are returned to the original owner via mail. So like stay in your alliance in the last 3 days after KvK ends. So there is a 3-day window when this bundle pops up and you can use these tickets. It's after KvK has ended, but before the Lost Kingdom has shut down. That's the 3-day time frame. And governors that migrate before the season ends cannot recover troops otherwise available through troop return scrolls, RIP. Now, if I go to my inventory, I mean, how do I give away one of these troop return scrolls? Is that even a thing I can figure out how to do? Here's the ticket. I own 1. Okay. The Souls Reborn event is here. Cool. But could I gift this person a ticket? I can see assist, reinforce. I don't know actually how I'm going to gift them this ticket. That's weird. Geez, okay. If I go back to the Relentless Warriors, I can smash help. The obvious thing. The obvious thing that was on the screen in the menu right in front of my face. I can request a ticket or I can gift a ticket. I see. Okay. And so if I give this to somebody, wow, that's really, honestly, I think that's quite nice that you can gift somebody some amount of troops. That's kind of cool. Sorry for that time I got your troops hit by AoE around a flag, right? Now, the Souls Reborn bundle seems to be the only place where you can get this. And, I mean, okay, I'm going to use this on myself. Look, now, is that selfish? Is that selfish? I'm using it on myself. Don't hate me. All right? So I use that for myself. The help function is how you could gift it to other people. And the way that you get more of these is from Souls Reborn. Now, this bundle is very, very, very low on speed ups. And it looks like it might be kind of low on resources as well, What I'm going to do is I'm going to go do the math, and then I'm going to come back and tell you whether or not the value is there. It looks like, by the way, when you buy the lowest tier of the bundle, oh, and thank you, Merry Christmas, appreciate the gift, you get 1 ticket. At the next tier of the bundle, you get 2 tickets. At the next tier, you get 3. For $50, I assume you get 4. And then for $100, presumably, you get 5. But let me go and just do the math on some of these starting bundles and come back. Okay, I'm back, and I've done the math, and I've done a costume change, and I ran a community poll. And in the community poll, I asked, if you could buy a bundle to get back a small amount of troops that died in KvK, would you? And at the time that I'm recording this, 31% said yes, but only if the value was good. 8% said no, I would rather buy a bundle with speed ups because they want to get points in events for training new troops. And a 61% said, bro, I'm free to play. You crazy? And like, yeah, maybe a little crazy. If you saw the Zenith of Power training I did recently, and I almost got sniped for putting 50 million points on the board. Man, card will be up in the top. It was really harrowing, not going to lie. So let me get to the point. Is the value here? The answer was a surprising and impressive yes. Now, I only could look at 3 of these bundles, the $5, $10, and $20 bundle. So what the value will be for some of the higher tier bundles is going to depend on how many of these tickets are there. And you need to be returning T5 troops, not T4 troops. Now, let me explain how I did this math. I went and I calculated the amount of speed ups you would need to train 2,000 T5 troops. It's about a day and 16 hours, and it's about a day to train 2,000 T4 troops if you've got all these buffs running, and this was an approximation, okay? So what I did is I sort of smashed together the amount of speed up equivalent you would get by virtue of using one of these troop return scrolls so that we could compare like a really good bundle. We're talking like the winter holidays bundle that we just had at the time of this recording that gives a lot of speed ups, okay? To a troop return bundle over here, the Souls Reborn. And actually, it was more than double the amount of speed ups. Now, you're not actually getting double the amount of speed ups. Keep that in mind. You're getting it in the form of troops that are already made. So you're getting way more speed up, really more troops out of the deal for having purchased the Souls Reborn bundle if you're getting back T5. If you're getting back T4, it was still good. It was still like, for example, in the winter bundle, it was 900 minutes of speed ups. If you were doing T4s with this bundle over here, that's what you were getting back. It would be the equivalent of 1,500 minutes worth of speed ups. Still a lot of minutes worth of speed ups, but not the ability to get credit toward events, not the ability to use it toward healing troops, for example, less flexibility. Now, I haven't even included in this sort of value equation here the amount of resources that you're saving. But for T5 troops, we're talking about, let's say it's infantry, it's like 1.6 million food and wood and 800,000 gold. So it is a very meaningful amount of resources on top as well for T5 troops. Maybe less so for the T4s, definitely less so. Especially gold will become the bottleneck at the sort of end game here. Now, for the second tier of the bundle, which gave 2 tickets, in the winter bundle, you were looking at like 2,100 minutes of speed ups, which is really good for a holiday bundle. But if you're getting all T5s back here, it was almost 5,000 minutes. So more than double the amount of minutes worth of speed ups in the form of troop return. And not to mention the resources being like really, really good in that instance. And then for the $20 bundle, which I had on the screen earlier, that's about 7,500 minutes if it's all T5s. And to compare, the winter bundle was like 3,450 minutes. So this is like really quite high value if it's T5. But if it's T4, I'm actually going to steer you away from this. I don't think it's worth. And if you're getting a blend of T5 and T4, then like, okay, it's probably worth. And the extent to which it's worth also is going to depend on what troops you're getting back. If you sent a bunch of siege to die in your KvK and you're randomly getting some siege back, that kind of sucks. Not going to lie. So the troop return scrolls, I think, are pretty good if you're a big spender with a bunch of T5 stead. Otherwise, I wouldn't worry about it as much. And if you just want to be nice to somebody and gift them some troop return, I also think that's really just like a very generous and lovely thing to do. So that's another sort of I don't know, intangible value you could get from doing this bundle. Now, the other thing I just want to call your attention to is that although I wasn't looking at the $50 or $100 tier of the bundle, and it's too late for me to go in and buy it and gift the tickets at this point, there would need to be a lot of tickets in that bundle. Like I originally was saying, oh, it probably scales up 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5. If they don't scale up the rate at which you get these speed ups and tickets in the $50 and $100 bundle, then they actually would not be worth purchasing. You would need to have a lot of tickets or a lot more speed ups. I mean, look at this. This is 3 hours of speed ups over here, and it's 5 hours of speed ups in the $20 bundle, right? So they need to ramp up the tickets a lot more for the $50 tier and for the $100 tier to be worth. How much more? I mean, I don't know. We're talking like 10 tickets and 20 tickets or something along those lines. It would need to be a lot to ultimately be worth it for the highest tier of this bundle. But if I did that math wrong or there's something else that I'm missing, definitely let me know down below in the comments. I know a lot of people treat resources as like a thing that they could get infinite of if only they made more farms. And so I didn't include that in the calculus for this bundle. But let's be real. Most people don't have endless resources. Okay, so there is definitely value that we should assign to that I didn't even assign here for this value assessment. So would I consider buying the Souls Reborn bundle? In fact, if I was on my main, would I consider buying the Souls Reborn bundle? I think the answer is a solid yes. But for things like what I just did, the Zenith of Power, okay, where I needed to train a lot of troops to get a really, really awesome reward. In fact, hey, look, don't hate me for just feeling like I need to show it off a little bit, okay? But getting that legendary city theme, which was an absolutely harrowing exercise, not possible if you're buying bundles like Souls Reborn, which give you no event credit. In fact, this Saints Halo, which is now just here for AP recovery, rip Chisgule. God. Oh, high risk, high reward, and then it turns out to be made irrelevant to me. But anyways, Dynastic Conqueror is the one that I just got. Only possible by having lots of speed ups. Okay, that's the thing. Mightiest Governor wins. You need speed ups. So I get why the value is higher for Souls Reborn. Would I buy it with my main? I think I probably would ultimately. If it's all T5s and not Siege, and like I don't have Siege anymore because I had to delete them as a part of coming to the kingdom here, which I would say is very worth, then like, yeah, actually, I'm likely to get a ridiculous amount of value from Souls Reborn. If you enjoyed the video, throw a like on here. Consider subscribing. Let me know your thoughts in the comments or in the community poll. You can comment on that as well. And until next time, you have fun smashing your enemies. And this will probably be back for season 3 of KvK. And if it is, then I'll probably pick it up there too.